AITA for telling my sister her miracle baby isn't special and she needs to stop acting like she's the only person who's ever had a baby? Honestly, I feel like a complete jerk for even putting this into words, but I have no idea how else to handle the situation at this point. My sister, 32F, has been trying to have a baby for what feels like forever. It's been a rough road for her. She's had a few miscarriages, gone through several grueling rounds of IVF, and finally, a few months ago, she gave birth to a healthy baby boy. When that happened, I, 27M, was truly happy for her. I know how much she's wanted this, and how much she's been through to get to this point. But ever since the baby was born, it's like she's turned into a completely different person. Don't get me wrong. I understand that having a child is a life-changing experience, and I know her journey was especially difficult, but lately, she's been acting like she's the only person in the world to ever have a child. Every conversation somehow circles back to her miracle baby and how hard her journey was. I get it. I really do. But at this point, it feels like she's stretching it out for attention or to remind us all how lucky we are to have her in our lives because of everything she's been through. It's reached a point where she started expecting everyone in the family to bend over backward for her and her baby. Take my parents, for example. They had this anniversary trip planned for months, a trip they were really excited about. But when my sister found out, she laid on the guilt so thick that they canceled the whole thing just so they could stay home and help her out with the baby. I mean, I understand that being a single mom is hard, but making our parents cancel their anniversary celebration just to be around for her seems like a bit much. It's not just my parents, though. She's even tried to pull me into this mess, asking me to take time off work to come over and support her, which, as it turns out, is code for running errands, cleaning her house, and doing random chores that she could either do herself or pay someone else to do. Now, the tipping point for me came at a family dinner last weekend. We were all sitting around the table, and as expected, my sister launched into yet another one of her speeches about how blessed she feels, how no one could possibly understand the struggle she's been through unless they've had fertility issues like hers, and how she's the only person who really knows what it's like to go through something so life-changing. It felt like she was making it all about her, as usual. She talked for at least 30 minutes, going on and on about how special her experience is, and I just couldn't take it anymore. I snapped. I told her, we get it. You had a baby, and that's great. But you're not more important than the rest of us. You're not the only person in the world who's ever had a kid. Of course, as soon as the words left my mouth, she started crying. My mom immediately jumped in, calling me cruel, and now half of my family is furious with me. They're saying I'm being heartless and that I must be jealous of my sister for some reason, which isn't true at all. I'm not jealous. I'm just tired. I'm tired of her acting like the whole world needs to revolve around her and her baby. It feels like she's using her child as a way to manipulate everyone into doing what she wants. Edit. I should probably mention that my sister doesn't have a partner in the picture. She went through IVF on her own, so she's raising the baby by herself, which is obviously really hard. I do understand that. But because she's doing it alone, she's been leaning really heavily on our parents, me, and other family members for help. While I get that she needs support, it's starting to feel like all of the responsibility is being pushed onto the rest of us. It's even more frustrating because she's in a much better financial situation than the rest of us, yet she still expects us to chip in and help pay for things. I'm trying to be understanding and supportive, but it's hard when it feels like everything has to be about her and the baby all the time.